SAFM.
Well, so many conversations around social grants. We've had so many of them at the moment. And a group of organizations, they come under the sort of hashtag pay the grants, but that's the Institute for Economic Justice and the Socio-Economic Rights Institute. They both are saying that millions of people are actually being excluded from the 350 Rand a month grant. Elizabeth Reiters is the Deputy Chair of Pay the Grants. Elizabeth, good morning.
Good morning, Stephen.
So, as I understand it, it's quite a large number of people who are receiving the 350 Rand grant. Are there any figures for how many people you believe would qualify for it but are not getting it?
Yes, Stephen. The amount of people that's applying every month is around about 16 million. Those are the eligible beneficiaries for the grant. But only 8 million gets approved. And out of that 8 million, only about 7.1 or 7.2 million gets paid. Some have pay dates. Some are approved but don't have pay dates, and they haven't received a cent since the whole cycle started. Some still didn't get any money since last year, March, and yet they were approved for the grant.
Is it just administrative problems? It is a technically difficult thing to do. We've never done it in this way before. Or is there another reason why people are not receiving the money?
No, there's definitely another reason. There's always a glitch. Every month there's a new issue at SASSA regarding pay dates. They've asked beneficiaries to upload bank details to make it easier. Sometimes your bank details can take up to 2 months to be verified because your bank details get verified by Treasury. Sometimes if your bank details is verified, they're still not receiving pay dates, so I wouldn't know what's the reason there. And then the decline issue is just a big issue. I think that is a budget cap, where they only cap at 8 million every month, which is totally unfair towards beneficiaries that is eligible for the grant.
So are you saying they're doing this? You're saying someone somewhere is doing this deliberately? I mean, that's a big accusation to make, Elizabeth.
In actual fact, I think SASSA is self-sabotaging themselves, because when they introduced this grant in 2020, about 10 million recipients got this grant. And last year, the numbers became less with the 2022 cycle, and this cycle is even less. But then the criteria for this cycle is just brutal. The means test is very, very brutal, especially when it comes to the bank verification issue.
Okay, I'm sure, I mean, I don't want to talk for you, but I imagine you would support a basic income grant. There's still a big conversation around that. Should a basic income grant then have no means test at all, or would you support having a means test for a basic income grant?
We definitely do not want the means test in the universal basic income grant, because that is the reason why so many beneficiaries is being declined to the SRD grant, and it's mostly unfair declines. Beneficiaries get declined for UIF registered, but they've never worked in their whole lives. So how are they on the database of UIF? Then they get, yes?
No, go on.
Then they get declined for means income source. Some of them are only receiving their children's grant in their bank account, and they're getting declined. So the means test is excluding millions of people.
Elizabeth Reiters, thank you, the Deputy Chair of Pay the Grants. In a moment, well, tomorrow, the 1st of August tomorrow, the liquor trading law in Limpopo set to come into force. It'll move taverns being able to close from 2 o'clock in the morning, as they were last night, to, I presume, midnight from tonight. The first tomorrow must come into force tomorrow. Did I tell you there will be court action? Do you know what? There's court action. We'll find out more in a little while. You are there, SAFM, leading the conversation. It's 8 o'clock. Outsurance will go out of their way to try and save you money on your car insurance. If they can't, ask